midweek drop. Let's get into it right away.
Let's
out of the
do it.
gate. Right out of the gate, we got to talk about it. We're very excited. Chicago is happening. The National is happening.
Oh, wait, that's New York. Sorry. Chicago.
Yeah. No, you got to sing that Pearl Jam, the W song for the Cubs. Anyway, we are going. Behind the Breaks will be, what do you mean? Oh, did you just say to the Chicago Cubs?
I did, yeah.
Okay. Anyway, we're going to the National, everybody.
The National.
We're setting everything up right now. We're going to be there in force. We've got a whole team coming with us. We're going to be doing interviews. We're going to be meeting with different people.
So look for us. We will have around and about. We'll have our shirts. I don't even know. We're just going to do it. We're just going to do it, Matt. Yeah.
You'll see us. You'll know we're there.
Yep.
But hey, on the serious note, if you're going to National, if you're listening to the show, reach out ahead of time. We want to connect. We want to meet you. We want to thank you for, listening. If you want to jump on and do a quick interview, we're all for it. Nothing's off limits. So reach out to us ahead of time, but we're definitely going to be there. We're working through the logistics of that right now. We're probably going to be there Sunday to Sunday. So we got some other stuff, RJ, and we got family up there, but taking in the Cubs games on the list. We don't know, but we'll be at the National.
It's the National. You never know what's going to happen.
We don't know.
National.
But for real.
It's the Catalina wine mixer.
The reference didn't hit for like a nanosecond.
Well, it's because I left out the swear word. That's why.
But yeah, we're super stoked about it because, it's the National, right? Lots of stuff, lots of ideas, lots of, we've met a ton of people. I don't know how many people that we've met. Andre, one of the most recent guests, he's going to be there. We are working a thing with him. We're going to be have some giveaways from listeners. So stay tuned on that. We're still cooking that whole thing up. Andre's an awesome dude, by the way. If you haven't listened to that episode, you need to. RJ, have you listened to that episode yet?
Funny story. I have listened to it multiple times, and each time I just shed a small tear. So
another tear. But if you, there's a little inside joke there. If you've listened to the episode, if you haven't, RJ missed part of that interview. Anyway, we're really excited about the National. So seriously, check us out. Reach out, shoot us a note. We'll connect. However we connect, and we'll hook it up. So what else happening in the world, RJ? We've got some stuff going on with 2 packs a day.
Yeah.
Who we break under. Got a massive show. You've been compiling some.
I have, yeah. So I guess technically it's like our sister company. I don't know. I guess, right?
Yeah, it's a thing we do.
We have 2 hands in the logo, so it just makes sense that we have 2 packs that we're trying to, open up. But yeah, so we periodically run, as of right now, single shows. Actually, I'm going to tilt my camera. Like I'm actually at Brian's Day. Like this is all some of the stuff that like we usually have when we run some shows. So when everyone's like, oh, can you run so-and-so? And I'm like, man, I got like 4,000 cards over here. I'm just going to pull some stuff. And we're going to run with it and see what happens.
Yep.
That's what I'm dealing with. Like we just got stacks on stacks on stacks.
Stacks on stacks on stacks.
So we are going to start doing, as of right now, because of where we are with the podcast and guests, we're going to pull back to maybe about like 1 show every 3 weeks or 1 show every month. And we want the whole crew there as much as we possibly can. So me, Matt here on the show, and then Brian, who we've had on as a guest. But Brian is always with us on the Whatnot shows because he is our shipping du jour.
Guru, man. He's got massive love. By the way, if you haven't listened to that episode, go back and listen because that's one of the most commented on episodes. People love how he organizes and how he packs. So listen to it.
Once again, all of the stuff all of that you see, this is all Brian's working right here, except for this. This is a case that we have to open.
Case of what? F1?
Case of F1 that we have to open at some point. So that might be a show as well. But so we are going to go on July 19th, which is a Saturday at 4:30 p.m. Arizona time. So that's 7:30 p.m. at night on East Coast. If you're in the middle, figure it out. I'm not doing that math.
Yeah, we're not doing the math for you, fly over states, but we do love it.
Yeah, I left the Midwest for a reason. So, hey, Pacific time zone right now. But so we actually are going to be doing a baseball specific show. I have over 100 slabs that we're going to run through. We've got some of the raw cards that we're going to run through. So we're probably going to be doing about maybe roughly 125 to 150 auctions. We're essentially going to use it to kick off, because we've gone the next week, a little bit after the next week for the Nationals. We're going to kind of kick it off for going to the National. So hopefully if you're out there, you don't even have to purchase anything. Just come in, hang out with us. We're going to be running for a couple hours. If you got questions about the shows, if you got questions about guests we had on, Brian's process, like Brian will be there to chip in what, his shipping and his whole
Yeah, the more the
stuff. So
merrier. We
yeah,
don't, if you jump in and you're not buying anything, we don't care. Just shoot the
yeah,
poop with us and chat. That's what this is about. And it's going to be a monster. RJ, off the top of your head,
yeah.
without thinking.
12.
Yes. All right. Next. No. What slab? I mean, you've been accumulating slabs.
Man.
What one stands out? Go quick.
We have a yes. We have so many. So we run a back wall. So we're gonna be doing slabs, but like the better of the slabs that I choose to be the best will be on our back wall at the very end. We have a PS. Oh yeah, we have a PSA 9 Otani rookie. We have a numbered out of 25, I believe it is, Randy Johnson autograph. We have a Jazz Chisholm Bowman First Chrome out of 250 autograph.
All right.
Yeah. So
you hear this? I mean, he's got
and that's
so
only
much
that's only 3 of the 11 cards or 12 cards that are going to be on our back wall. So like, come on. Like I said, and actually, since we break under since we do shows under 2 packs a day, we are constantly giving out packs of cards. So our giveaways are packs of cards. So even if you just want to hang out and just like Matt said, just kind of ask questions, talk. We're here for you, and maybe you'll win a pack of cards, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, jump in, have fun, ask questions. If not, just watch. It's a show. It's a lot of fun. RJ may even do the Pelican call.
I think the Pelican call is retired.
Come on, man. I wish I had that on repeat.
Maybe if we start bringing in NBA and I have Pelicans to do. I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know, man. I don't know. You were talking earlier about the rebranding of minor league baseball teams. There could be a Pelican team out there. You were telling me about some team in Pennsylvania. What were you telling me about?
Yeah, so John Oliver just did a segment. So they rebranded a team for a game up and coming that is going to be the Moon Mammoths. So some guy in Erie, Pennsylvania, I believe it was, in a lake found, like, no joke, bones to a woolly mammoth, and like they only had him on display for a day, and so he's going to be doing a baseball game on that. Actually, I believe also around the same time on July 19th. So
July 19th, man, it's a day.
It's a day. Yep.
A little of that, little of us, a little 2 packs. Come on, get in there, have a little
baseball.
Fun.
It's summertime. It's summertime.
Summertime. Okay, stop that immediately.
Yep.
All right, so we got a lot of that going on again. July 19th. Jump onto Whatnot, flag it, tag it, whatever it is we do.
You can pre-follow us at 2 packs a day. Save the show. We will have the cards that are going throughout the show. For the most part, will be just me pulling and feeling what the crowd wants and throwing stuff down. The stuff running on the back wall, you can pre-bid on if you want to. If you're like, hey, I can only stop in for a couple minutes and you like what you see on the back wall, you can go ahead and place a pre-bid and we'll go from there. But like I said, just even if you come in and hang out and say hi and be like, yo, catch you on the podcast, catch you on the show.
The greatest podcast you've ever heard. But all right, so we got that. And all joking aside, I am going to give, every week we give a shout out to somebody else, something I like, something I'm seeing. I'm actually just going to tease our next guest on the podcast who he's got a podcast of his own, The Cycle. It's fantastic. I don't even know what else to say about it other than it's really a great listen. The way they set it up like a cycle, they have 4 topics they run through in 20 minutes. Spring Hill Sports, John from Spring Hill Sports, he and his team do just a wonderful job. And as a fan of sports and of the game, it's definitely worth a listen, and gets me to work in just about the right amount of time.
Yep.
I may have to depending on traffic, sit in the car for a minute to finish it up. But those guys are doing great stuff, and he is a guest on next week's episode. Is that right? It's next week's episode.
Yeah, it's coming up. It usually does like a tight 20 minutes, and it's each topic they cover, and they're just around it, and they're done.
You'll be hard pressed to find a guy more passionate and more dialed into stats than John.
Oh my God, yeah.
I mean, the guy's he's fantastic, just a wonderful human being. But man, he's dialed in. We were talking on the show. You have to listen. We mentioned a player, and he's like, "Oh yeah, he did this and had this many strikeouts and this." Like, awesome guy, knows his stuff. A lot of fun. So check out his podcast. And then it's time, RJ. And again, another week. Another week. I don't have a drum roll. I don't have any music, so I have to do jazz hands or some weird stuff.
Yep.
RJ's PC.
Yes. All right.
Let's do it. It's the card of the week from RJ's PC.
Card of the week. So if you were with us last week, Mac told me that what I have in my PC is just a shame because it's all Yankee related.
Hold on now. Come on.
So,
I never said a shame.
You're like, yeah. Shame. Yeah. So I'm like, all right, let's go in a different direction. So I'm like, I'll take basketball this time, and I'll show you a one-on-one. All right. So what we have here, ladies and gentlemen, is a PSA, because I was a very specific, like it's gonna be a graded 101.
Okay.
I have a 2023 Top Sapphire PSA 10 Rudy Gobert 1972 autograph.
Look at
right,
this.
and this is when they did the
Look at that. Oh,
replica,
yeah.
right?
Love that vintage look there.
I would go more, but like my light's gonna go in the way, so I got to go on an angle for you guys. But yeah,
look at that.
So
Rudy.
yes, it is a sticker auto, but at the end of the day, that right there, 101.
1 of 1. That's a good looking card, man.
Yeah, it's actually it is. It's got like.
I mean, I love the mix of the clearly the vintage styling and then the modern bedazzle. I'm going to say bedazzle.
Bedazzle. Yep.
Love that.
Yeah. So there it is, a 101 graded card. Granted, NBA, I do collect some NBA stuff, but at the same time, baseball is more my thing, but sometimes you just can't pass up a Sapphire card.
Yeah.
And this is where it's that whole like, well, what's it worth? To be honest, I have no idea.
Yeah.
So,
and actually, I don't care what it's worth. I'm going to bring up something here that you actually just talked about, and I love. What's the story behind it? Where'd you get that card, RJ? I
can't tell you that.
Okay, so you got it somewhere, and he got it from a guy in the back alley, and he took it from him. All right, good. Next.
No. There's various companies that I go to and I purchase things from.
Okay.
It was not eBay. So, but yeah, no, I came across it in a interesting form, and yeah, so it's in my. Will it? No, this comes back to that conversation last time of like something like this. Does it speak to me? Will it be in my PC? Probably not, and maybe a little bit. Like I like the shininess, I like the 101-ness, but
so it's in your PC now because it's a 101.
Yeah, pretty much.
So you're saying how long is it gonna sign a long-term lease in your PC, or is it just temporary to stay Airbnb?
It's renting some space right now, but at some point, if I decide to move it and I find the right buyer and price for it, and I can transition it to a card I need to complete a set that I have, or if I have something more specific I'm looking for, I might venture out and do an old swapperoo.
Okay, so somebody out there might be dropping us a comment like, I want his Airbnb Rudy.
So I need that Airbnb Rudy.
Let's bring it to 101. That's a cool card, though. I like the way that looked, man.
Yeah.
All right, well, this is a lot of fun, as always. Midweek stuff. Definitely jump on. And actually, before we go, I got to talk about Andre. Just dropped the episode on Monday. Again, I'm not going to keep going through it, but it was a chaotic episode for a lot of reasons, but you'll have to watch it to see. But at the end of the day, Andre is incredible. The guy's been with the hobby. He's been in the hobby for 40 years. And you talk about a guy that's just capitalizing on opportunity. He personifies it. He sees an opportunity, he goes after it. And it's worked. I mean, I don't know anybody else that's managed to sell cards in his own kiosk in Yankee Stadium. So if you haven't listened, go listen, because this guy's done things that will just shake you up and make you realize that your journey is a little different than his, and he's awesome. And more than that, an awesome human being. A lot of fun to talk to, just salt of the earth guy. And I can't wait to hang out with him in Chicago, because we're going to the National. Did I tell you?
We're going to the National,
We're going to the National. All right. All right. Thanks, everybody, for listening. As always, we will see you next week. Thanks a lot.
All right. Take it easy.
Thanks for listening to Behind the Breaks. We appreciate you being here with us and helping us grow this community. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and YouTube.
Make sure to like, follow, or subscribe, and we'll see you for the next one.